What's up, babies? It's your girl T, aka the nappy headed jojoba, here today with a sponsored video. My ride or dies know I am extremely to the point of hurting my own pockets, selective about doing collabs and sponsored content, but today's video is sponsored by Poshmark. I'm super selective with my sponsorships and collaborations and have done very few. I've been in the process of kind of clearing out a lot of things from my life and just getting rid of things that do not bring me happiness. I'm not going on Marie Kondo or anything, but I am trying to cut down and get rid of stuff that I don't use or that I don't particularly need. And a huge part of that is my wardrobe. I got a lot of clothes, y'all. So I was already in the process of going through and figuring out what I was gonna donate and what I was going to try to sell. Because I've got a lot of clothes that are very gently used, barely used, brand new with tags. And in the process of clearing out my wardrobe, I've come across a lot of things that fall into those categories. I'm like, this is totally still in great condition and still could be loved by someone, just not by me. So I had already had like piles of clothes that were sort of sitting in my living room where it was just like donate, sell, whatever. And then completely by happenstance, Poshmark reached out to me to ask me if I wanted to do a video with them where I sort of feature their app and tell you guys about it. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably heard of it before through other YouTubers, but in case you haven't, now you're hearing about it from me. And it's really user friendly. You just basically, you can either shop, you can sell, you can do both. You create your account, you go on there, you can follow designers you like. And that's the really cool thing too, is it's not just random stuff. They've actually got like legit designer stuff on there. And the brands on there run the gamut. They've got everything from Balenciaga to BDG. Some of the brands I decided to follow when I signed up and created my account were Chanel, Balenciaga, Louis Vuitton, mainly because a lot of y'all know that I'm bougie, but I'm also bougie on a budget. So while I do like the finer things in life, I don't like paying full price. And a great way to do that is to get them secondhand. I've got some stuff that I actually pulled that I had planned to sell locally, which I'm now going to sell on Poshmark and just cut out that middleman so that I can get a better value and also give you guys probably a better deal. Because the thing with local thrift stores, at least in my area, is you sell your stuff to them and they give you like $2 and then they sell it for 20, and it's just kind of like, this is screwing me over as the person trying to sell my still in very good condition clothing, as well as the person buying it who probably doesn't need to pay quite as much as these local thrift stores are charging. So this is all just part of a larger initiative in my life where I am going through everything I have, whether it's clothing, books, miscellaneous, and figuring out what I want to keep and what I'm going to part ways with. So here's a few things that I pulled, and I'm going to kind of go through each piece in my thinking of why I'm deciding to part ways with it. Even though it's still a really nice piece of clothing, it's just not for me. I don't have any Chanel to sell myself, but I do have stuff from Urban Outfitters, Levi's, Zara. If any of the items that I'm parting ways with strike your fancy and tickle your pickle, make sure you guys download the app for free. I'll leave a link in the description box to make it easy for you. So let's go through some of the items that are going to be in my Poshmark closet for sale. I did try all of these on, which is something I recommend you do if you're going through your closet and you're on the fence and just like, oh, I kind of like this, maybe I'll keep it. Try it on, see how you feel about it, see if you actually can envision where you might wear it. And if you can't see yourself wearing it realistically, then go ahead and part ways with it. The first item I have is this maxi dress. It's got a really cool color scheme. I think it's going to be really nice for summer or spring. This is actually never worn by me, which is a damn shame. It's this lime green bodice. It's got an empire waist with the sort of baby / sky blue, and it's got a slit. And I really loved it because on the inside, it's got that lime green again continuing through so that when you want to like Angelina Jolie it and stick your leg out, you get a little peek of that green again. It's really a great dress. I love a long, flowy maxi dress. I feel like it really suits my body type. The only reason I've never worn it is I've just never had an occasion to, which is also why I'm getting rid of it. I very rarely need to get this dressed up. And I feel like this would be great for a wedding or something like that. But typically, I guess I just have other occasion dresses that I reach for in those instances. So yeah, as much as I really like this dress, I've had it for maybe 2-3 years now and I've just never worn it. So I feel like it's probably going to find a better home with someone else who will actually get some use out of it. I've also got this dress from Misguided that I'm going to part ways with. It's got this peekaboo opening right on the belly there. And I think it's a really sexy dress. It's also got a split or a slit on the thigh there. Not too high, not high at all. It's a very body hugging bodycon dress, and I love the nude color of it. This dress is originally from Misguided, and I really love it. I loved it when I bought it, and I still love it now. I just feel like I don't have an occasion for it. I just have to be real with myself and accept that the sort of business thought aesthetic is not really something that I have a time or place for. Fairly recently, someone told me that I dress like a fuckboy, and I was like, thank you! Even though I love this dress and a lot of these other dresses, realistically, I just buy far more dresses than makes sense. 95% of the time, I'm wearing some skinnies, a hoodie, and like a leather jacket on top. So yeah, fuckboy indeed. This is another one where it's kind of hard for me to actually let it go because I've never worn it and it's a really great dress, but I know it's just not happening. By the way, with this dress and quite a few of the others that I'm showing you, you will definitely want to wear a thong because you don't want VPL like I have in this video. Next up is an LBD. This is just a little black dress originally from Urban Outfitters. It's got just sort of a crew neck, and the reason I loved it was it's got this zipper in the back. As you can see, it's still got the tags on, so I never even wore this either. And it's got this hole in the back. I love exposing my back because I feel like it is probably one of my most defined parts of my body, I guess. It just responds really well to exercise. It's by Silence and Noise. That's an Urban Outfitters brand, I believe, or an Urban Outfitters exclusive brand, perhaps. But it's a great little dress. It's a size medium. The original price was $59. Again, it's a damn shame I never wore it. I don't know why. I guess I just have other LBDs that I reached for before this one. And after a certain point, I know that I'm the type of person to rebuy things, even though I don't really need them. Like, I've already checked the box of needing an LBD in my wardrobe. I don't need another one. We've got this super colorful maxi dress. This one, I don't remember originally where I purchased it from. I know I purchased it online somewhere, but I loved it because, I mean, just look at the colors. This is going to be awesome for spring and summer. I actually wore this a ton when I was on vacation last spring in Europe. It's a size medium. I don't know if I already said, but it's got adjustable straps, which I love. The only reason I'm getting rid of it is it's just too big for me now. I think if I can find this dress again, I'm going to have to search my email and figure out where I got it from. I would get it in a small or an extra small because it's very, very forgiving. I mean, just look how much fabric you get with it. It's very lightweight, it's very comfortable to wear, and it's got pockets, which I love. Here is another maxi that I am parting ways with. This is actually by Rachel Pally, which if y'all know anything about Rachel Pally, it's a up there brand, but I've got a lot of dresses by Rachel Pally. I love her. She's sort of the queen of these jersey slinky dresses. This one's an off the shoulder, or one shoulder I should say, Bardot top style. Very loose, very forgiving. This is the kind of dress that'll let you eat. It's this great bright cobalty kind of blue color. I've worn this maybe once or twice. Really nice dress, but I love Rachel Pally and I've got a lot of pieces by her, so I feel like this is one that I haven't been reaching for as much. So that's how I know it's time for me to move on. This is another dress that I've had a long time that I love and that I for some reason have just never worn, and it is time to move on. I don't know why I've never worn it because I love this dress. It's a white, sort of perfect for Easter Sunday type of situation. It's got this beautiful floral illustration, I suppose, on the textile. The brand is Kimchi and Blue. This is another one from Urban Outfitters. Gosh, you know, I'm having second thoughts about some of these because after trying them on, I'm just like, this is cute. Like, why have I not worn this? But I've just had it too long to hold on to it at this point and not let someone else who actually will wear it give it some love. So it's time to part ways with this one. Here is another one that shamefully still has the tag on it. It is a size small by the brand Soprano, and it's actually a pretty cool dress. Like, this is another one I was just like, why didn't I wear this? But for whatever reason, I remember trying it on a few times when I thought I might wear it to an occasion, and then I just went with something else. And I feel like for whatever reason, we just never connected. We just couldn't make it work, this one and me. I love it because it's got this tie in the front that almost makes it look like you're wearing a men's tie with the dress, you know, depending on how you tie it, which I thought was super cool. And it's this sort of off-white cream color. I think one of the reasons that I was afraid to wear this one as well as that sort of white floral Easter Sunday Urban Outfitters one is the color. I don't trust myself wearing white. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, I'm gonna get foundation on this. I can't do it. And then I go with something darker. So I think that's partly why every time I wanted to wear this, I chickened out at the last moment. But I'm sure there's someone out there who is far less of a klutz than I am and won't fuck it up and can actually enjoy it. So this is in my store. Next up, we've got this little floral dress. It's got this opening here right on the chest. It's a size small, beautiful textile. Love the color. I love the sort of muted teal tone that it has, and I feel like it's very complementary to my complexion. Very lightweight, perfect for spring and summer as we're getting into the warmer seasons. I feel like this would be great to dress up or dress down. Like I could totally see styling this with heels or with a more casual shoe. This is one where I'm just not entirely sure I should get rid of it because I do think it's cute, but it's another one where I'm like, look, I don't reach for it enough. I don't feel like it's necessarily consistent with how I view my style aesthetic necessarily anymore, because that's a big part of this whole exercise and getting rid of a lot of my clothing is getting real with myself about how I dress and how I want to dress. So for things that don't quite fit in with that, you know, it's one thing to want to challenge yourself and challenge your aesthetic, but things that just straight up don't quite fit, it's time to let them go. Similarly, this floral dress is one that I have never worn. It is a size small. I think this is one that I bought purely because of the textile. I think I originally got it from Hot Look possibly, but I don't really remember. Never wore it. It's got these bell sleeves, which are sort of on trend right now. And again, floral, great for spring or summer. And even though I really quite liked it when I tried it on today, and every other time I've tried it on, I liked it, the fact that I don't reach for it means it's just not quite for me. Next, I think I'm gonna have to part ways with this shirt. I've actually got it in 2 colors. I really like these blouses and I wore them, you know, quite a few times each, but I just feel like they're not consistent with how I'm dressing these days. I still love plaid tops. These are very girly ones, which is kind of a nice segue or a transitional way to get into plaid for people who might not be so into it to begin with. It's not flannel. It's a very sheer, very ladylike, basically see-through-ish kind of blouse, but not too bad because the print helps to disguise anything from being too much on show. I like the shirt so much I bought it twice, but I feel like we've run our course together and it's time for someone else to love them. Getting back into that theme of parting ways with redundant pieces, I'm gonna get rid of these 2 sort of kimono type of situations. I say no redundancies, meanwhile I've got probably 2 dozen hoodies and I feel like I could still get more. But again, I think a huge part of focusing my wardrobe is honing in on the things that I know I wear and that I wear often, and really just almost embracing what my gut style aesthetic is rather than trying to be someone who I'm not really. This one is from Zara. It is a size medium. I have gotten some decent wear out of this, not a ton, but enough for me to feel like it's time for someone else to love it. The print on the textile is lovely. I really love it a lot, but I've got other things like this in my wardrobe that I like a little bit more that I'm holding on to, so this one's going. And then there's this one. It is a size extra small / small, very cool print. I think the sleeves are super cool too. This one I think would also be a great beach cover-up if you wanted to use it for that, because it's a little bit longer and it's just sort of lightweight and very billowy. Next is this sweater from Zara. It is a size medium. I think this is a great sweater. It's actually really like soft and like it's got a nice little bit of a stretch to it. Very warm. It's got some weight to it too. It feels like really good quality. Higher quality than a lot of things that I've gotten from Zara. And I don't really know why I'm getting rid of it, honestly. I think I'm probably getting rid of it just because it's quite large, as you can see. With my recent weight loss, you guys probably saw my Gauge Girl 6-week shred review that finally went up the other day. And I think I've probably leaned out even a little bit more since finishing that program, even though I haven't been trying very hard. In any event, a big part of this wardrobe refresh is that I just need new clothes. I have to replace a lot of things that no longer fit me because they're too big. And while I do love some things to be oversized, some things are a little bit too oversized for me at this point, and this falls into that category, which is sad because it's a great sweater. These are some black jeans I'm selling from Levi's Signature. They are a size 4. Bullshit. I'm mainly selling them because they're a bit too big for me now. They're not fitting me quite as skinny as I like my skinnies to fit. They're still in great shape. I haven't worn them a ton. But yeah, I'm just going to part ways with them because I've been refreshing my jeans as well and getting sizes that fit me a little bit better. I also have these exact jeans in blue in a size 6 in my shop. These are a size 4. These are a little too big, so obviously the 6s are also too big. I've also got this jacket from English Laundry. It is a size large, believe it or not, but I feel like it's not a big large, if that makes any sense. This was a well-loved jacket by me. I actually am tempted to hold on to it because I love the strong shoulders and the crop. I feel like it's very flattering on my body type, but I haven't reached for it in a really long time, and I feel like it's in good enough shape that someone else could definitely love it more than I have been. You can wear it zipped, but I prefer to wear it open. That was typically how I wore it. Very edgy, very cool. Gonna miss this one. I'm also getting rid of this black Marc Jacobs nylon bag that I've had for a while. That one is also one that I got some good use out of, so I feel a bit better about it, especially considering it's marked by Marc Jacobs. It's a great size, very versatile, very easy to carry day-to-day bag if you want to kind of go the designer route but not have something where you're constantly worried about someone banging into it or getting something on it. I feel like it's a very forgiving bag in terms of being able to have it be sort of like a beater designer bag, if that makes any sense. I'm only getting rid of it because I feel like it no longer is consistent with my current style, so let someone else have it. There is quite a bit of wear of the paint that has worn off of the zipper that you used to open and close the bag, but otherwise I feel like it's in very good shape. Anyway, I think that kind of gives you a good idea of how I think about clearing things out of my wardrobe as I'm going through this process of just sort of downsizing my life. I'm by no means a minimalist, nor will I ever be one, because I'm too much of a chameleon. I love to change my style too much to ever be able to do a capsule wardrobe or anything like that. But this opportunity to work with Poshmark on this video just came at the absolute perfect time. I mean, I felt like that was divine intervention, honestly, where it's just, I was already doing this and then I got an opportunity to work with a brand that actually is completely germane to what I want to do with my channel and what I'm actually already doing in my life. So it was perfect. It's important to me that you guys know you can always trust me and that I would never recommend anything to you that I'm not legitimately using or that I don't legitimately believe in. A lot of you guys have noticed my channel growth over the past year and a half, and it's getting to the point where I do get a lot of offers for collaborations and I turn 95% of them down, probably higher than that, because this is only my 3rd collaboration ever. But it's critical to me that you guys know that my word is my bond and I only talk about things that I actually will use. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out Poshmark in the link in the description box. And if you guys have Poshmark stores, or I should say closets of your own, make sure you let us know in the comments so that we can all check them out and kind of share, because that's what my channel's always been about. It's always been about sharing information and ideas. So I want to make sure that we're always doing that, even when I am collaborating with a brand. Today's video was all about me clearing things out, but I've also been bringing some things in. Even before Poshmark contacted me, I had sort of planned to do a series where I was like, out with the old, in with the new kind of thing. So this was perfect timing. Let me know if you guys want me to go ahead and do some lookbooks, maybe an end of winter lookbook type of situation, because I was sort of going to do it anyway, and now I feel even more bolstered to do so. I did one lookbook in the history of my channel like 2 or 3 years ago, I think more like 3 years ago, and a lot of you guys have complimented my style and asked to see more of it, even just when you just see me from here up. So I was sort of planning to do a lookbook anyway, and now that I've got some new duds in, I would like to actually follow up and make it happen. So make sure you guys let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that in the comments as well. That is going to do it for today's video though, so thanks so much for watching. Be sure to leave your Poshmark stores in the comment section if you have one, and feel free to check my closet out as well. The link is in the description box, and I will see you guys in the next video, which may or may not be a lookbook. Who knows? Bye-bye.
That's some nappy-headed hose there, I'm gonna tell you that now.